Hi guys, I just got done interviewing Carly from Celebrate Your Tribe. We talk all about her small business, what inspired her, how she started. I hope you guys love this episode of Merch Talk, and we will have someone here next week, so stay tuned.
I'm Carly with the apparel business Celebrate Your Tribe. I was born and raised here in Arizona. And I actually met my husband in high school, and we have 2 kids. Our daughter is 7 and our son is almost 5. I started my business just about 3 years ago on Etsy. I design and make graphic shirts, and mainly I focus on themes that celebrate special occasions, such as weddings, birthdays, and things like that. And then since then, I have expanded my shop, and I also have a curated kids boutique as well. So before my kids were born, I went to ASU and I studied nutrition. And so I became a registered dietitian, and I was working at a hospital. And then my daughter was born, and I decided that I wanted to spend more time at home with her. And so I changed my hours to on-call, and had spent a few years with them before actually starting the business. There's a lot of things that came into play with this. Just a little bit of background on me, I guess. Despite my whole my background in nutrition and everything, I've always had this creative side of me that loved making things and just into design and art and everything. And I've always also inspired to have a business. I mean, even since I was a kid, I would be coming up with things. So I would write books and, always come up with things that I wanted to do. And again, I always thought that I would be doing something with health and nutrition. And, I just didn't really, come up with what I wanted to do until I was at home with my kids and really just started experimenting, putting all expectations aside. And so my mom also has had a jewelry business since I was about 13 years old. And so I, would make things with her on the side and go to art shows with her. And so in a way, it feels like I've always been a part of this kind of maker world. Yeah, and then it wasn't until my daughter was a baby that I started to just experiment at home. I actually had a food blog. So I would try to teach myself food photography and things like that, and just for fun, really. And then fast forward a few years later, when my son was about 2, I was ready to really just start experimenting with business ideas, just putting all expectations aside. I always had loved Etsy and just making things. I'm such a DIY person, and so I was researching just different things I could do. And it was actually my mom that had given me the idea to do designing, shirt designing. So I decided to open up a shop. Well, initially I wanted to do theme-related designs, for weddings or baby announcements and things like that. I figured it was something that customers were consistently shopping for online, especially Etsy. And so I thought that would be a good business idea. And then since then, I've still tried to keep to, relating my designs to things that people can actually relate to, shirts for the family, things that people just connect to. And I love playing with words too in my designs. So, whether it's something funny or cute, it's fun to see people connect with my designs. I don't have any formal education or experience in design per se, but my husband and he's been a huge help with me in this whole thing. We did a lot of research in the beginning, how all things business, how to get licenses, how to get supplies, and just everything, how to use design programs. So really, we taught ourselves everything. I would say my brand reflects my personal style and values, and just really everything about me. And I also think that, given that I have shirts for the family, I have sizes for everybody, newborn on up. I'm also known for the high quality of shirts that I pick. They're very soft, and I always choose, colors and fabrics that I would wear myself. I do believe that you are, what your brand represents, and no one can replicate that. I love the mauve color right now. That's really popular. Teal, mustard yellow, those are some of my favorite colors. And it's all in my house too. So it's like my house looks like my booth here. I started pretty simple, really. Just started with a few designs and just wanted to see how it goes from there. So once sales started coming in, I would just invest that back right into the business, and it just grew from there. A lot of things. Very excited. Also very nervous. Wasn't sure how it was gonna go, and what people would think of it, and and it also just very fulfilling. Now seeing how everything has happened, and how all the hard work is paid off. Really, it's very time consuming, especially in the beginning, just getting everything together. More than financially, it's a lot of time. Well, as you know, COVID hit here in the spring, which is a big time here for shopping. And, we were running, full speed in our businesses. And so, everything, the stay-at-home order came into effect. And so stores had to close, understandably, and markets were canceled. And so, of all the time and, everything we've invested into that season stopped. So obviously there were some financial impacts on that. But luckily I did have my online website as well. So that was still running and everything. My favorite thing would be, I love the flexibility of my schedule. I can run around in the day and, pick up the kids up from school and things like that. But with that and having a family comes, the difficulty of sort of having time to work and time for yourself and just balancing everything. So I wouldn't change it for the world, but you do have to learn how to balance your schedule and not stay up too late working on things. I still am actually really busy, but I do have the kids home with me all the time, and so I, just try my best to balance it out. I mean, we try to do some school in the morning still and just keep them busy. It's in the summertime now, so it's really hot outside. So we go swimming and things like that. And I try to restock in the stores as much as I can and do my online orders. So I am still working at night just because I'm trying to balance my time in the day with the kids. A few things come to mind. I would say if you are feeling passionate about it, never be ready, just do it. Also, I would say surround yourself with like-minded people and people that you find inspiring. I think that you can learn a lot from that. And also, just don't forget, I know this sounds funny, but don't forget to take care of yourself. I know that you get wrapped up a lot in your business, especially in the beginning, and when you're carrying most of the weight. So I'm guilty for that as well, making sure you get enough sleep and time for yourself and your family. Well, I think I would just like to continue growing in the stores that I'm in, and growing online as well. I'm working on my own new website right now, and so it's going to take some time to get that completed, hopefully by the end of the summer. But I hope to switch also to just more online, and maybe someday I'll have an employee or somebody that can help me. It has tremendously grown my business. It's been so busy here. So, and I've also been able to, connect to many other customers, not only in Scottsdale, but throughout the world that come shopping here in Old Town. So it's been amazing just to be able to spread my brand throughout the US. And also I've met so many amazing small businesses here as well. It's been great to be able to connect with them, collaborate. I would say with COVID on our minds, I would say let's work together in this and beat this thing. We're all going to be okay, and let's move forward. And I just like to get past it. I like the quote. It's remember when you wanted what you currently have. And so that always, brings me a lot of reflection, just thinking about even your goals and things that you've accomplished and physical things that you have. It just always keeps me grounded.